Oh shit, this is like a number of times I've had to actually update this in the course of playing it, which again, this is supposed to be a dead game that doesn't have updates, so. But no, there's two things about this game that I find kind of interesting. We'll see what the new event card is. The one thing is, like, on one hand, it makes me look like a clown because, oh, this is a kind of casual game that I might normally make fun of, although it is good in at least some ways in and of itself. But the thing is, like, it almost suits me now because I don't play stuff anymore as much and I do everything kind of on a once-a-week schedule. So if I play something an hour a week, like how I'm doing Hearthstone, and of course that I'm not trying to take super seriously or competitively either, but it kind of suits me because I'm not really trying to do anything crazy with it. So it almost suits me to play a casual game because I'm a filthy casual now. How much longer will this game go for? Yeah, that's a good question too. I'll at least go till I get Bad Moon Rising, which could be anytime now soon, which people have sort of tried to tell me, but I kind of keep ignoring it because I don't want to spoil it. And then I could do it like as a bonus series to try to get to rank 50 if I have time. Balance the zombie, then it gets +3/+3. That's actually not too bad, but he actually looks pretty awesome. No, I have to resist my temptation to buy those. But no, that's one element, and then grow your deck of heroes. Free pack, 6 classic. Okay. No, you know what? I shouldn't even do that. I just had, no, but like, why not? It makes it feel like I'm cheating. I'm doing a hard mode run, but imagine if the sum's ready for revision. What does that mean? Name the stage to. Oh god, not again. Every single time. Why don't I quiz you? Like, name what is the capital of Florida in the United States? No, what was the second point I was trying to make? It's the fact that on one hand it's casual and I'm a clown, but on, oh yeah, like the fact that, oh, I'm playing it because it's a dead category, but that has like an unexpected benefit. And the reason why is like, oh, because it's such a dead category, but it has like a passionate fan base, like both on Twitch and YouTube, you can kind of dominate the category. Like, wow, you're the only one who's doing it, so you'll get a certain following just from that alone. That's not really why I'm doing it, but you know what I mean? Like, it would be sort of a category that people would suggest, like, oh, this is the kind of game you should do, because then you can really build a loyal fan base following based on the popularity of the game. Not even so much the popularity of the game, but the fact that it's such an open category. So like, I'm probably #1 in the category right now just because it's dead and nobody else is there. So I don't look at it in that cynical way, but it's almost something that people would say as a motivating factor. Like on YouTube, this ends up getting more views and likes than anything else I do almost on a regular basis, just because whatever, it has such a passionate fan base, even though it's also a dead game that has no support or active development. Yeah, what's the capital of Florida? I wouldn't even know the capital of every state off the top of my head either, because it's always something unintuitive, like, what's the capital of New York? And it's not New York City, even though that would make sense, right? It's like more the political capital than the economic capital. Are you ready to dig into a treasure trove of hero cards? Yeah, I'd love to get my first hero card ever, but they haven't given me one. Well, you got you covered. Exclusive free packs will be available to claim May 10th and May 11th. Log in and collect them both. I have to log in again. Well, I wouldn't be able to do that even because I play once a week, so that's it, dude. So we have that 100 coming in, so we just want to always be sitting at around 1,000 would be perfectly fine with me. You know every other place in New York. That's the one you forgot. Well, take a guess. I'm sure we've had this conversation before. Yeah. So let's see if there's something of interest that I would want to get. Anything that conjures stuff is pretty good, in my opinion. I like this guy, but I don't know if we really need a second one. 1 mana 2/2 is always good value. The one thing I can get now that's actually interesting is the fact that I can get a zombie hero now that I could buy outright. And the reason why is because I met my condition of I have to have a legendary of each type, meaning like each class, right, before I can buy one. So I had these two, like I had a legendary of both of his types before I got him. So at least it opens a door, but yeah, what is it? So now at least I can do that. I'm not going to do it for a while though, because I want to have 1,000, like I said, for my gluttonous vibe of wanting wanting Bad Moon Rising so much. It would be worth it to put that one in here if it even is for him. It's not. The 1 mana 2/2. I'm never gonna remember like every type, like whose type is what. When played, move zombies is lane, not really worth it. So Captain Combustible is doing just fine as it is. Did you support the Americans in Afghanistan? Like support them by paying tax dollars, or support them ideologically, or support what? Like support them how? Did I approve of what they were doing there? First of all, they stayed there way too long, but ideologically, like, no, a lot of what the US did in the Middle East is kind of dumb, but I won't necessarily say I blame the soldiers, you know what I mean? Like, I blame the government and their misguided, stupid policies and things like that. But like Iraq has been a long-standing criticism of mine. George Bush is a war criminal, all the kind of, you know, terrible things that happened there. So I think that's fair to say. You agree with that? Of course, Britain played a big hand in that too, but nobody has the guts to really go after anybody for it. Or that's the whole irony with them going after Trump so much. They didn't go after George Bush like this. Well, he started the war under false pretenses, and then once we were there were all kinds of questionable, you know, civilian deaths and war crimes and stuff like that were caused as a result. When a plant or your hero is healed, okay, that's fine, but I don't really need... Wait, how can I only have one of those? I thought I had that already. What? Well, I don't know if that's the kind of thing... I guess it's a better version of like this. Or wait a second. This makes no sense. This is like, oh, it's showing... Wait. It's showing there's one left because I already have... Why do I feel like that's somehow incorrect, though? Doesn't it normally show... No, I guess it kind of just consumes it from your collection, so it makes it seem like you don't have it. Alright, like I thought... Whatever. Okay. So this thing is pretty good, and I should actually have it. The other two aren't really important. But let's say I did that, but we already have another 1 mana 2/2. Right, so why would I even care about that? The solar flare is the same as usual. The US loves oil. I mean, I wouldn't even mind if they at least say that's the reason why they're doing it. Right, everybody loves oil. Everybody needs oil. That much is a... Wait, plus 35? Oh, no, I'm looking at some other older deck. But at least say that openly, like, okay, we're going there for oil, right? And then at least admit it. Then people can either approve or agree or disagree. Like, we should have to vote whether we want to go there, you know, go into a war or something. Okay, we go here, we added that. So what do we have here? This one seems like a must-have. The other nuts like this, I don't really think I care about, because it always makes it easy for me. Like, we already had one of them extra that we didn't put in there, so obviously we know I wouldn't want to put that in, because I would have already done it then. A playing gets +2. I'm kind of a sucker for the Conjuration, but I guess I won't do that. I'm a big fan of the Yeti too for the zombies. What do we have here? I could do that guy as well. 1 mana 2/2. I don't know. I feel like Wall Knight's kind of fine the way he is. Although maybe that Heartichoke thing could be good too. This thing is kind of overrated a little bit, like... Because I always misinterpret that, oh, it means like you get +1 health for every plant, not for every flower specifically. And obviously we're not going to have too many flowers. Let me put that Heartichoke thing in here instead. Where'd it go? Right, we'll put one of those, and then we have to put a second Cosmic Nut. Maybe I'm overdoing it with this Conjuration stuff a little bit, but this is the phallic imagery that we see there, obviously. Yeah, like always be open about your intention, and then people either, you know, you'll at least say, okay, we're going there generally just for oil, which is a, you know, at least a good strategic reason. But no, we're going there to spread freedom or some, you know, stupid gimmick like that. When destroyed, deal 1 damage to everything. That is a pretty good thing to have in here. There's no question about it. Gets +1/+1 if you made at least 6 sun, which is pretty good value. What could I possibly get rid of? I'm never gonna get rid of a walnut. You guys do love freedom. Although the way things are going, it doesn't really look like that. So much. Imagine a scenario where a major social media platform would ban a sitting president. Oh wait, what a horrible violation of speech that would be. And people say, oh, it's a private company, but they still shouldn't take that kind of initiative to do that. Right, like it shouldn't be up to them to have that kind of impact. It's kind of hard to decide. The artichoke thing. Do I really need 2 of these? I feel like I don't. So we'll get rid of one of those. We have the stupid artichoke thing. And then we have the ability to kind of decide between these 2. I feel like that maybe the 3/3 on there is a little bit overrated. Let's see what we get for the zombies. As usual, probably nothing because they're always kind of just... I don't know, they always get the short end of the stick somehow in this game. The overshoot thing has actually been pretty good, but I certainly don't need another one. Right, it's not a bad mechanic. So this guy got a legendary as well, which is what? That little cowboy guy. This is what? When you play a zombie here, you get +2 this turn. This can be pretty good, but I think most of the stuff I have is not going to be actually very high cost, so it wouldn't matter for anything. Right, maybe I'll... Or no, wait, I already had one? I don't remember having that in there. I must have just recently gotten the other one too. I must have crafted it by mistake and invalidated my whole no crafting run. I genuinely don't remember even having that card, but I guess I don't play as this guy that much. Whenever I play the zombies, I always play like the smash, and then that ends up taking like the whole episode. And the smash didn't even get anything at all. These numbers kind of give you a good indication of how much I've gained from like the beginning of the playthrough. So I've gained like 40 cards that the smash can use since I started playing the game, period, which isn't bad, but considering that I never buy packs or anything. Right, I've just been buying event cards every single time like a clown. So we can always change the order in which I play these, but I've just been enjoying giving Captain Combustible the spotlight. So I have a clear desire and ability to get a zombie hero, right? I should actually look at that after this one. Which one could I get based on my criteria that I have to have at least 1 legendary for each type, right, to get them? There would be something very, very clear. And I'll do it as soon as I get Bad Moon Rising, because then I'll have the gems to spare. Or whatever, even before, but if I get up to like 1750, because it's usually 750 for a zombie hero, right? Or for any hero. So I'm going to end up wasting gems on all the things that people would say, oh, it's not worth it, it's not worth it. Like, you know, it's, don't spend 500 gems on an event card. Oh, I'll just spend 450 instead, because that's sometimes what they cost. For whatever reason, it fluctuates. Or like, don't spend 750 on a hero, even though I've only done that once. And I've been kind of a little pissed how they haven't given me any heroes from a pack. Like, I opened up a good number of packs, at least at the beginning. And I've gotten a number of legendaries, but I haven't gotten a single hero from them. Clearly, this guy's using a meta-optimal deck if he has that thing in there. Okay, this thing we can't really do anything with. This, in the best case, you just trade, but maybe I shouldn't worry about it, but it's going to come back to bite me for sure. But no, this game kind of goes in the Hall of Fame of like such good presentation, such a good premise and, you know, IP to it, and it just didn't go anywhere. Like kind of Elder Scrolls Legends territory, or more like Marvel Snap territory, where like they all had such good potential, but they all kind of, you know, fucked it up somehow. 7-5. I guess I could have just killed the 3-3, but I'm being so just pure face aggro style, as Combustible is meant to be. How has your week been? What's happened? Nothing really exciting. Oh shit, this will be good. Just work, kind of busy stuff. Been kind of very tired. I've been trying to use my second setup in a streaming context where, you know, I've been doing those weird streams at different times. So I go like twice in a day, which that's at least a little bit cool. This is problematic. You'd have to summon 2 things, which I mathematically cannot do. And so, what the fuck? It doesn't matter even whether I kill one or not. Oh, no, I can just kill him, though. Right, because the anti-hero, obviously. You think I'm dead? No. He has 0 brains, too. What an idiot. What a stupid player who's a bot who has a crazy name that really looks like only a name that a bot could come up with. People are going to try to argue that, too. They'll come up with some sort of Batman-level deduction. No, of course, 3V stands for something like his birthday, and this is some special meaning that he... Whatever. Like, they'll come up with some story to justify it. That was pretty clutch, though. 1, 3, 6, 5. Don't need to keep those. I love how that's one of my tropes from Hearthstone, actually, especially in Arena. That actually served me pretty well in its early lifespan. I would always keep cards that were higher cost than what people would say. Like, I would have a 3 cost, and I would just keep it. A 3 and a 4 cost in my starting hand. And the reason why is because if you give it up, then you might get a 6 cost instead, or something like way higher. So you'd rather keep a 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, like anything in that range, right? Don't take a chance, because then you'll get a 6 cost, and then you'll be screwed. And you'll be like, oh, I wish I would have kept that other one instead. I mean, there's a limit to how much I can just go pure face. Like, let's deal with that. You lit deodorant on fire? Why? And with what? What the fuck? Okay, this is perfectly fine. When it does a bonus attack, draw a card. Doesn't really matter. We could certainly ignore that. Like the 4/4, just get that one out of here. And I don't like using that as removal, but it's okay. The problem with this game is we kind of have already burned out of cards because what they've done is at least moderately powerful. This isn't going to be very good value. There's nothing I can do with that either. That's going to be garbage value, actually, right? But oftentimes that can be pretty good. Your block meter saves me. Playing gets +4. Okay. You got to think, like, don't hold anything back. And that's often what I do anyway, no matter who I'm playing as. But especially when you're playing as combustible and playing so aggro. But you know what I mean? Like, what was I saving that for? Like, I'm not going to survive long enough. And ideally, he shouldn't survive long enough either. Each player draws an extra card each turn. Looks pretty badass. I don't feel like I've seen that card too much. Really nothing I can do. I mean, I just have to go face and hope that that's enough to win the game. Somehow I have to get like some bonus attack type thing for my next block meter card. Yes, of course. Let me plan for my lethal by saying, well, but then the block meter might save them too. Like, oh shit. If I could just tank everything, which I can actually. Right, because you'll kill that, then you'll hit him in the face. The only thing I have to worry about now is whether I can actually hit you in the face and not get blocked by the block meter. But it's like you have to account for the fact of... You have to account for the... Ooh, I'm getting lucky. These first 2 games were pretty clutch. Where they both seem like I'm going to lose, but my degenerate aggro face play actually gets rewarded and pays off. Like, oh, I'm waiting for the block meter to trigger and hoping that I get my bonus attack hero card, superpower card. Therefore, I get lethal from that. So that's why I'm leaving myself open to get hit in the face. Unironically, that's how stupid the block meter can be. It's not even the block meter, although that is dumb too. It's the fact... Jesus Christ. It's the fact that you get the superpowers from it too. It's one thing for you to just make you invincible, which is a kind of a dumb mechanic that kind of rewards you for losing and for taking damage, like a participation trophy type of thing. Like, oh, it's okay, we're trying to, you know, not make you feel bad for doing badly in the game, but it's like a loser's mentality. But not only do you get that, but you even get a superpower too, which again, yes, it goes both ways and you get them too, and it's helped me too, but I just don't like what it represents. That's how you know this game is made for kids, right? A real man's game would never have a mechanic like that because it's like so, I don't know, it just feels like it's trying to be too nice almost. You could give me 60 starting health and I wouldn't mind that. You could give, you know, increase the total health value, but don't give me this gimmicky in-between mechanic that's just kind of confusing and stupid. Where, I don't know, and it's like unpredictable. It has like internal RNG, like, you know, the number of ticks that it takes to get a thing is always different. You know, I speculated at the beginning it's like based on how much damage you take or whatever, but it's really not. They don't hold that back. Even if they have removal, it doesn't matter. Just gotta dump this shit out. No reason to hold back anything ever. Clearly, I'm a combustible expert because look how I won those 2 games so expertly in the clutch. If I hadn't gone so aggro, then I, you know, then I wouldn't have had a chance anyway. Oh, shit. This dude's using my philosophy. Don't hold anything back. Just go full face. I love that implication, though. If combustible can just, like, last the whole episode... You know, like one hero just carries it the whole way. And not just because it's so short, but because... Okay, you might want to just double do this, honestly. Just that's getting to be too much for me to handle. You know, not just because it's so short, but because one actually does good and goes on a good streak. So we have this little permadeath internal session thing that we do where every hero gets 1 loss. 1 life basically per episode. Why would you do it with that though? That means it must be a bot, but I almost just lost to a bot anyway. You almost shouldn't even waste that, but you have to be very careful here. Let me just play here gravestones, okay. You'd almost do it like this. Put this down, then put this down, and then you'll fill up every single lane. At least you'll be relatively safe in that regard. And so the only way you're not safe is by the simple fact of if you summon something amphibious or something like that. I don't have a block meter ready to take though. Like I have 1 charge left, but it's going to take too many hits for me to get there. So at this point, it becomes sort of useless unless I heal or something. You were in a game. Oh, no problem. We lit it on fire with a lighter and it was very fun. Interesting. Never tried that myself. Yeah, look at this guy's name too. These totally don't seem like bot names, dude. I should, I don't know about that. Alright, just give me a minion I can play in the lane 2. And we should be fine. Or you don't have a choice where it goes, so it goes automatically there. Gonna BM you with a double shock mushroom there, but you do have 8 brains. Wow, look at combustible just coming in the clutch. It makes me want to play even more aggro than what I normally do, like I've been doing today. Where it seems like I'm making bad decisions, but I'm not getting punished for them. Because these bots obviously aren't good enough to do that. Okay, we're almost at 1,000. I have to have the discipline once I have 1,000 not to spend it. Don't spend it and pretend like you don't have it, and then anything over 1,000 I can spend, right? Like if you get to 1,100, buy a pack. If you get to 1,700, buy a hero. If you get to 1,500, buy an event card. But you know, other than that, so this will be a good leafy sort of thing. Oh, but they're all 3. See, that's not the best mulligan idea. Even though I'm comfortable keeping a 3, you shouldn't keep that many of them. Look at Discord. Okay, I will. Oh, yeah, I wanted to look at what what heroes I could potentially buy as a zombie too. Like, not that I'm gonna do it now, but this seems like a bad idea because I'm taking 4 damage every turn, but I'm farming my block meter and unironically using it in an offensive thing. That's a picture of what you did. Oh shit. I better not show it on stream. Somebody will get arrested for arson. Go like that. It's perfectly fine. You can't worry about triggering the block meter either because you're always just gonna do whatever. So you can do this anti-hero thing. Here's to you, just what you flamethrowed. Or you should just whack this, but then it's not a good enough. Maybe it is worth it though. No, but it's not going to die anyway, so. Now the main reason why I'm doing that is because of the leafy capability too. Right, that we can use that for the synergy, and so that's still alive. We're taking little weenie amounts of damage, which is perfect for me to farm on my block meter. Right, so it's not actually that bad. The one thing this game didn't try to monetize is like, oh, you know, card backs and microtransactions like the whatever, card backs and avatars and things like that. It's one thing if you just buy the hero, but that's more like a mechanical thing, not just okay, conjure this. Amphibious when playing an environment, bounce to zombie. Yeah, that's fine. This person isn't doing much at all. Whenever they have like repeated names like this, I guess you never know though. Some people might just be a clown like that for real, where they basically are just, you know, they just smash their head on the keyboard and they come up with a name like that. I never get the chance to actually play this, but if you do, it's pretty satisfying and it typically will guarantee a victory at that stage in the game. When played in an environment, this would pretty much just kill you, so unless he has another way, but then the stupid ass block meter is gonna get in the way. Probably not the best idea to just do that, just go face with it for like no reason. How am I getting so lucky with that block meter? Like, see, that had a chance. That internal RNG rewards me that it gives me only 1 tick. Like, there's no logical consistency. Like, oh, because I did 2 damage, it gives him 2 ticks, but it doesn't actually. Okay, let me look at that. What was I saying here that we wanted to do? Like, okay, if we look at the legendaries that we got, because I got my first legendary ever from a pack that was a zombie one that wasn't like a guaranteed one for the nurse. So you have a beastly zombie legendary and you have a sneaky one, the cowboy thing. So what that means is I could get somebody who's beastly and what was the other one? Beastly and sneaky, which maybe there is no such combination. Imagine that. Hey Yuan, how's it going? Thanks for the follow. Beastly and I keep forgetting. Beastly and sneaky. There's got to be at least one of every combination, surely. No way. No way, the zombies get cucked again. There actually is no such combination. That's ridiculous. So the one time I think I actually have something good going for the zombies, I actually don't. Or no, this is it. Beastly and sneaky, and it makes sense because the Yeti is always hiding away. even though it's so conspicuous in this case, because it's actually the whole hero. So we could get only brain freeze, then that means. Right, but that's good enough at least. I'm not going to do it right now. He may be cold at heart, but he loves his pets. And I would just get that indiscriminately, whether I like the style of play or not. Okay, let me check my Discord for that. I won't show it, though. I don't know what the hell I was looking at there. Alright, so Captain Combustible is going to carry the whole day here, though, which I don't mind. We've gotten lucky a few times in a row, whether it be to do with the block meter, you know, just not saving them when it could potentially save them, or I get super low, but I still manage to pull it out. So it's been quite an impressive streak. And now the game's punishing me for that by trying to throttle my win streak by making me get matched up against somebody 20 ranks higher. So we got to stick to the same tried and true formula that's been working for me, where I just go super aggro, super face, don't hold anything back, just go all in. Right, there's no reason not to. Even if they have removal or an answer, just let them do it. This is one of those that you have to get through either a specific pack, maybe that only comes a certain amount of time, or you have to get it through the actual just buying it like with real money. This thing should be leafy. It is. Obviously, I'm a big fan of this, just for whatever you get from it. Is going to be not really too good. That's fine. We can just get another conjure effect from that too. Right, so that actually kind of helps me in a way. I would almost want to just use this on there, but actually maybe I will. Right, it might be worth it. Or no, I should just do it like this. Go like that and then just trade into it. Not that I should be trying to trade. I'm going against my whole strategy too, that I was just saying, where I should just ignore everything all the time. But I'm kind of scared of the legendary capability there. And of course, I'm playing around the fact that I know this hero can heal, even though I don't really know that. I never even pay attention to that, like what the heroes are and what, you know, it doesn't matter. Like just whatever I've got, whatever they've got. Like I'm not going to play around stuff like that at this stage. It's more like I'm just so single-minded because of whatever I have. It's just, you know, it's going to have to do. Like I don't have any other option most of the time. You can save that one for later. That's a random plan. Yeah, bounce the leafy thing again. Give me another conjuration card, dude. Give me infinite value. That's why I love that Yeti thing so much. The 4-cost Yeti that I got on the Smash. You know, the whole point is just to keep letting it flip back and give conjuring a card. You can kind of keep up with some of these slower pace, long game control type decks, because you get so much value from that if they don't kill it. 4-7, whenever a plant is hurt and survives, transform it into a random plant. That could be very good, because it's probably going to be better than whatever garbage I have out here. In fact, this is a god level card. This is a 4-mana 4-7, which itself is amazing. Wow, that's so good. Let's just... I mean, this is technically an environment, right? So you may as well just do this. Yeah, what a perfect way to punish him, because I don't really like using my environments too much. It makes you question why I even have that. But this is quite a nasty board. Sure, the downside might be that it'll hurt you that way, but it still gets like the battle cry thing from that. But generally, it's going to be a net positive. Like, I don't know how much that could hurt. Or no, it only happens once that way too, because... Okay, I can see it again. Damn, we're going on a nasty streak here. As I said, he'll just last the whole episode. We should be done pretty much with all the daily quests. Win a game with a Guardian Plant hero. I guess we may as well re-roll that, because we're never going to play anybody besides Captain Combustible in my whole life. 3 berries. Rank 44. There's always somebody who's... There's this one guy who's always ranked 50, but I guess that must be him, I think. But it's probably too early in the season for anybody to actually be there. Yeah, the best I've done is gotten to rank 20, but part of that has to do with just like I don't play enough maybe. And also what I use isn't very good, but even if it was better, right, I just only play like an hour a week, so I don't know if that's really a good enough standard to do it in any of these games. I had the arrogance to think I could do that in Hearthstone, even though it almost still worked. Like where I would play on this kind of weekly basis at that time in 2022. Like, oh, I only play once every 5 days or once a week, and I play for an hour or so. And I was trying to get to Legend like that. And then only towards the end of the month did I start to panic and say, okay, now I have to do a little more to try to have a chance. But it wasn't actually that bad. At the very least, you would have to do longer sessions, like do a 3-hour session every time, and then maybe I could make some progress, but I'm not even really trying to do it now. But generally, I should be pretty satisfied with my collection because the game has sort of rewarded me for my balls to go in with the no crafting challenge. Like, when people see the 2 dark matter dragon fruit, they'll be stunned. Like, what the hell? How the hell did you get those? You must have crafted them, right? Surely you must have crafted them, especially with how early I got them. The combustible is basically just undefeatable today, not to jinx it. At this point, I wouldn't even care whether they are bots or not, because I'm still almost losing some of these, but I just can't lose. Every time I get low on health or something crazy is going to happen, I just find a way out of it today. But generally, combustible has been pretty good for me. I definitely don't regret getting him as my first plant hero, even though it's like, you know, I did buy him outright because I didn't have... It's just impossible for me to actually get anything from a pack, it seems like. Not that I'm complaining from the plant's perspective, because they've gotten plenty of good things. Multiple legendaries, double dark matter dragon fruit. Now here's the moment of truth. Do I try to kill that thing or do I just ignore it? And of course, I just ignore it. But we're not going to get the leafy synergy, but I don't even care, I guess. We'll just go all in with this, go phase. It's the right way to play, I mean, clearly, but normally you might get punished a little harder than what I've been doing today. Okay, that's obviously what always wrecks me, which this guy's gonna have a lot of that, is just simple removal, kind of cheap removal. Any 3 cards. I don't care too much even about that 6/5, although I could still try to get rid of it. Damn it. Yeah, that doesn't do much, so they've got way too strong of a board presence for me to do anything about it. But you're still going to get some of this damage to seep through, and the block meter has been on my side today. Like, that 3 damage will still get through. What the fuck is going on? Did they change how the block meter worked? Like, where it's not as annoying anymore? Every single time I'm doing that, it's working out in my favor. If I just survive and trigger the block meter, I would be fine, but I'm not going to be able to, actually. Damn it. Or no, you could do it. No, oh, fuck. If I had done it there and then, well, I guess it would depend on what else they might have. I could have done it there and killed it, and that, no, but they could have still done that. I'm still not dead. No, it depends what I get. But most of what you get isn't going to save you here. Fuck. It's easy to say, oh, I should have done that, but... Right, like, oh, I should have... Whatever, but they had an answer for it anyway. Which that would have telegraphed, obviously, that I have lethal there, so they would have been more likely to even do it. Now this could be an actual player, Cool Guy 1593, because that, you know, even keep the 7 cost because you might be craving it later and might not be able to find it. I'll even keep that too. The flag guy can be very deadly here. This deck is obviously much more mid-range, sort of slow paced. So I always alternate not only between the heroes when I lose, but also between the plants and the zombies, like the type, the faction, if you will. They need to make an MMO out of this universe, which I always say that about Magic the Gathering too. But they've exploited every angle with this series possible. Card game, you know, garden warfare type of game, Overwatch clone. Just like, what more could there be? If Adventure Quest has an MMO, then PvZ deserves one too. That's almost what I thought this was going to be, as some sort of hero battler type of game. Almost more like Garden Warfare style. When you hear PvZ heroes, as in like, you know, the hero type characters that you see in those kind of games. Whatever, like Overwatch or something. Smite. Or like a hero battler. Normally games like this aren't called that. I don't know what I really expected, but definitely not exactly this. Biggest mistake ever that a developer can make, though, is to not put something on PC. The problem with this is it's not going to actually do anything for me, but I guess I'm not really saving it for anything else either. I can just imagine some kid playing this at school on their phone. Like, this is the kind of game that it is. Not even any offense to it, but like, now I'm playing this almost a little bit too aggressively, but they're not putting a ton of pressure on me yet. Okay, see you later. Nice fire. Destroy plan with 4 last. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfectly fine. If they can't deal with the amphibious, we should be in great shape. This thing is also... See, like, this is the whole question that it poses, too. Like, just how do you deal with this? Because... you know, it's just too much for them to handle. If they can, then they'll probably win because they'll burn out, but this is why it's worth it to keep those. And of course, with the double flag guy, it made them so easy to bring out. That little octo zombie thing is one of the things I crave the most. That's one of my favorite cards. And it's kind of in the same vein as this. Just, you know, summon something big and they can't deal with it. And even worse, even if they can deal with it, you can just resummon it. So... people are always kind of down on it though, because they, you know, oh, you're still gonna lose, and they'll, you know, it's not going to matter. You're not going to be able to afford to play that every turn, but for my style and my level of play, I think it's still good. Yeah, look at that. I just summoned 2 big things and they just don't have an answer for it, so they're screwed. Especially the amphibious. Oh, fuck. I spoke too soon. Now are you going to get lethal again, and the block meter is not going to save them because it doesn't seem to have anything to do with the denomination value of the damage they're doing. Okay, not this time. Could be a heal, something defensive, as Wall Knight's all about that. The belt actually looks pretty sick. Yeah, that's a simple trade. It's gonna still heal me though. So now can they actually come back? But the thing is, they're kind of in top deck mode too. So it almost doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm even doing that. Or it will kill the walnut at least. It wouldn't take much for me to kill him here, but it's just going to be... All zombies get +2/+2. Probably one of the worst things I could have potentially gotten here. So that 7 damage will get through, though, because of that stupid first lane. Heal for 6, you'll tank like 15 damage. Alright, that's actually perfect for dealing with that. Pretty clutch top deck. Sometimes top deck mode in this game can be quite fun though, because you know, you both burn out of your suboptimal garbage decks that you have, and then just kind of have to make the most of what you get. So I'm still fine tanking whatever damage they're doing here. 2, 4, 6. And you just lose because of that. How amazing. The block meter doesn't just save me, but it also kills you because of the buff, you know, superpower that he gives me. It's so stupid. Yeah, I like that I'm very close to 1,000. Should I even do another one? How long have I been going? Yeah, let's do one more then. See if we get to rank 7 or we lose. Yeah, that was almost too easy with the mid-range quality of just how good it was just to have those higher cost cards. So I'll even keep that again. Perfectly fine. I almost want to see like another card game that has this sort of same style, but in the way it's kind of one that I wouldn't like is the auto battler part. I typically hate that, but somehow this works at least better than like Hearthstone Battlegrounds, where this has more a sense of still permanence to it. But then again, that is only just a game mode, but I tend to hate the whole auto battler style, where it's like everybody loves Chompzilla too. They always said get him if you're gonna get somebody. Like where you can't choose what to attack in and what lane and all that kind of shit. I mean, the frenzy would have been pretty easy pickings to try to do on any of these, but I'm playing this one almost too aggressively where you don't have to. Like, you know, I'm just been tainted by the whole Captain Combustible thing. I'm still in that mindset. I'm just a big proponent of those plays that are like, you know, you have like 1 brains left and it's their turn, but you got a block meter card, so you may as well just do it. Make a 1/1 plant. Oh shit. I forgot about that. Or wait, why did that even go down in cost? Because it's normally... Wait, why did it fluctuate from... Because my flag guy was there the whole time anyway, so... You don't really even need to use that. Let's do that to just make him feel kind of less useless there. Yeah, that was a legendary first couple games streak with combustible, not because it was even so long, but because of the way that, you know, some of those games went where like you're about to lose and everything. Yeah, I don't have much variety of what potential hero I could get for the zombies. It would have to be the Yeti, and that's not going to change for a super long time unless I happen to get an actual until I get an actual other legendary for the zombies, which I think is unlikely. Okay, move something here, try to bait it for a trade at least. May as well just do that while I hold it back. The 4-1 in the water doesn't bother me too much. You use the extra health there a bit. Or they have like that one tournament for this game that they do that's like a big deal. Where you get like a $300 prize for winning or something shitty like that. I can't remember. Ever 132 could be possible that it's. Oh wait, what? They faked me out. I thought they were gonna concede. It seems pretty unlikely, but you will at least get a simple idea of being able to heal through that. Ever seen someone half asleep play PvZ Heroes? Oh right, it's 2024. But in this case, you wouldn't see anybody because there is nobody. And I'm just a disembodied voice, so this could be AI text-to-speech and stuff too, so nobody would even have to be here. What is happening? Come on, it's DC already, even though I'm kind of about to die. Opponent disconnected. How cheese. When I have 2 health and I very easily could have probably died there, but I just somehow played so excellent, right? Clearly that's why I won. Yeah, 940 is pretty good. We got to save up for the 1,000, then we got to save up like another 750. Buy my first zombie hero. Then you get Bad Moon Rising. Then we can have like a sort of soft finale for this series, and then we could always continue it in some other time, like in an off, not even off stream session anymore, but my alternate sort of setup and everything. Okay, see you tomorrow.